Hello and welcome back. My name is Reb and we are going to look at all the drawings I made for Art Hang Party Tober. It's been a busy month, but I still managed to do all of the drawings for Art Hang Party Tober, even though I feel like I maybe cheated a little bit on a couple of them. In case you don't know what Art Hang Party Tober is, Art Hang Party Tober is the Inktober version of the Art Hang Party group. Melissa Martin, who runs all of the Art Hang parties, decided to put together a list of prompts for the month of October for everybody to draw together. I really liked her list and her way of doing it. It was very low pressure. I decided this year not to post like every single day, just because, like I said, I had a lot going on this month. I had Rock and Roll in Prince, which was a big thing, Art Hang Party Tober, and Zine Tober, which I will talk about later. So let's dive in and take a look at the drawings. This book is getting very chunky. All right, so Art Hang Party Tober. The first prompt was hens, and I just drew a quick little picture of my actual hens from a reference photo that I had. I think this was Tombow markers. The next day we went to Lake Lucerne with Stroke Mom. I will link all of her info here. She provided some beautiful reference photos. I drew this one in Inktense pencil. Next day was beverages. I just drew like a random drink that I found in my phone. And I think this was with alcohol markers. Because I don't think I have these colored in Tombow markers. Yeah, it was alcohol markers because it bled through on the next page and I decided not to use those anymore. But that was okay because it kind of went with the theme of the next one. The next one was book covers, I think. And I don't know why, but I struggled so much with this one. I had to go over it like a million times. But in the end, I do like how it turned out. It's a lot of different mediums in this. I think Inktense pencils, acrylic markers. I don't even know what else. I think there's Prismacolor in here. Everything. Anyways, the next day was teacup, and I just drew a random teacup. I picked one that was kind of MCM themed, just because I like that style a lot. The next day was bird butts, and I drew this in, I think, Prismacolor. I don't know why, but I really like how this one came out. It's just very silly. Day after that was street style. I just picked a person that I like on Instagram and drew a couple of their looks. I think this is Your Style Sis or something like that. I could never dress like this, but I really do like the way that she puts the outfits together. Next day was stamps. I don't think this one came out that great, but it's okay. The stamp itself was very cute. My rendition of it, not so much. Day after that was an art hang party. We wrapped the art hang party prompts into the actual art hang parties. So we did build a museum. Mine ended up looking more like a sculpture garden, but that's okay. I provided some of the reference photos for these, and others were provided by Melissa, and I think that the mix came out so cute. That's my son. The next prompt was travel photos, so I just picked something off of my phone. I just picked a picture that I took when I went to Marfa. Day after that was futuristic homes, which is kind of funny because I actually made a costume of something very similar to this for Halloween. This is a sculpture, I guess, or installation by this artist that I really like named Kosice. So I went and checked it out at the museum and drew one of them in my little book. This one is a medieval cats. Hippo did a live session, and I just drew one of them, but I could not do this. I don't know what that cat was actually holding, but this is what I imagined it was holding, and yeah. Next day was bouquet, and this reference is from an Instagram account called the Botanica Collective that has the most amazing, like, botanical arrangements that anybody can use and do a reference. Kind of like how it came out a little sloppy, but still nice. Day after that was city parks, and I drew this reference photo of my boyfriend and my son at Smither Park, which is where Rock and Roll Imprints was held. This came out a little bit messy, but I still really like it. I was trying not to spend like too much time on a lot of these, just because, again, a lot going on. But I do like how that one came out. Day after that was farm animals. I have tons and tons of photos of farm animals because I live on sort of a farm. So this was just one of my pictures. The next day was another art hang party where we drew our past and present selves. So everybody submitted photos of themselves as kids and then as adults now. And I didn't submit an actual photo. I just couldn't find one. I have very few kids' photos for reasons I will explain some other day. But I found one. It was kind of blurry, so it's not a very like good drawing, but it still came out cute, and I like how I'm like with myself. I think that's pretty neat. So, day after that was merit badges. I don't think this is necessarily cheating. I made some stickers. It was kind of like a little bit of a prototype for some stickers that I'm working on. And then I just stuck them in there, but I drew them myself, just digitally. I'm thinking about making some stickers like these. I'm still kind of working out the logistics of making them into some sort of sticker sheet, but eventually I'll figure it out. Day after that was space, and this one I just wanted to play with this like ink that I have that really like separates really beautifully. So I did that and some granulating watercolor, and the effect is very nebulous and I like it. It was also a meteor shower, I think, that day or something. So it really like actually went with the theme. Day after that was landmarks. This was one of the reference photos from Hippo's live session. Again, I only got to do one, but I really do like how this one came out. I like drew it really, really fast, and I don't know. I think it came out better because of that. Day after that was hot air balloons, and I think this is one of the ones that I kind of cheated on because these are actually stamps, but I was like, when else am I going to use these stamps? So I decided to stamp into the book and then watercolor over the stamps. And I don't know, I thought they came out kind of cute. Next day was patterns, and for this one I decided that I would go and do a little texture foraging and just put a couple of them here in this book. I have like a dedicated texture foraging book that, I don't know, maybe I'll do a sketchbook tour of it at one point or another, but yeah, this one was just like some stuff around our property, just like random things. Next day was film photos, and I just picked something off of the internet. I don't know why I like this picture. I did this one in parallel pen with like an ink wash and then I think some watercolor for the scarf. The next day was Art Hang Party Australian Animals, which had just so many cute animals. I did one in the book. I did some more somewhere. I don't know where the rest of them are. But I did this one in the book, and I decided since it's getting pretty close to Halloween that I'd give him some little fangs. And I thought that he came out very cute. Next up was cookie jars. This is a drawing of one of mine. Or actually it's a painting because I did it in gouache. I don't know why, but I was really struggling with the gouache that day. But that's okay. I think it was because I was painting like kind of in the dark. Day after that is collage, and I just made like a little landscape scene, and then I found this like tiny little farm house that I was like, I'm putting that in there. But it came out cute. Next day was critters with patterns, and I forgot my sketchbook, so I drew on this paper and just drew 2 of the bugs from Hippo's live session. She had a bunch of different animals. It wasn't just bugs, but for whatever reason, I just really liked the bugs that day. So a little ladybug, a little stink bug. And then later on, I ended up doing a bird. Making a mess here. It was just like a silly picture of a bird like looking down from, I guess, like a clear roof or something like that. But I just thought it looked so funny and sinister. So next day, again, a little bit of a cheat, but I did musicals and foreign foods in one. So the musical is, of course, Little Shop of Horrors, and the foreign food is blood because he's an alien. So just Inktense pencil and watercolor, maybe a little gouache in here. I was struggling with the like going over stuff and having it actually show up, but yeah, that one was a fun one. This next day was Thursday, which was an art hang party day, and we did cemeteries and gravestones. I tried to use like a water-soluble pencil, but it was very like weak. So then I added some Inktense pencil, which helped, but still wasn't like in love with the results. Then I just switched all the way to Inktense pencil, but this one I didn't get to spend as much time on. And then I ended up going over to a Pilot pen, which I do like how this one came out, but I will say working at such like a small scale with a Pilot pen, the ink from the Pilot pen is like really intense when you add water. So it's probably better to work a little bit bigger. But like I said, I still like how that came out. And then the last one was movie stills, and I did a little still from Beetlejuice. I just really liked the lighting that was in it. I don't think I did a great job of like capturing it actually. It's a little bit messy, but I still really like how it came out. And that's all of the drawings that I did for Art Hang Party Tober. This sketchbook is getting really full, so I will probably do a tour of this at one point or another. Like I said, it's kind of chunky. But that will be on a future date, and I'll probably just continue doing like all the like art hang party and other art challenges in this one until it's full. So that's the video. Hope you enjoyed seeing the drawings, and I will catch you guys on the next one.